Hi everyone, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am re-recording a video because the first time I recorded it, I went on a million tangents, but I did an ink swap with Charmaine, and I will link her channel in the description box. And I already took out the card because you don't need to see that. And she sent me, we each exchanged 12 inks. And then she included 3 inks, inks. I haven't got my mind, clearly. 3 washi tapes from her shop. They are very pretty. And thank you for the washi tape. I really love them. They're very pretty. And I look forward to using them in my planner next year. And my journals. And then these are the inks. And I will go through them each. She had each one in a mini plastic bag, but I already took them out of that because that was half the time I think it took me in the last video. And I already have the sheet written up for the... I'm just gonna zoom in a bit on my phone. And I have a glass dip pen as well if I need it, but I'm primarily going to use my Kakamari dip pen. And I'm just going to grab them as I see them. And the first ink is the Sailor and Drum Ghouls collaboration, and it was the mint jelly. And I saw her swatches on her channel lately, and it's so pretty. It's a very light mint color, so it's very, very pretty. And it's not, I don't know, it's not like a bright mint either, so that's why I think I like it. So I really like this ink. I'm trying to write and talk at the same time, and I have trouble doing that. I'm trying to write a little bit bigger than I normally do, but I'm used to writing in my Hobonichi, so I have a hard time shrinking my writing down. So hopefully, I'm using a light because it's dark out because it's like 4 o'clock, and it didn't really get light out today because we got slammed with snow overnight, and it's, I don't know, unless people have to go somewhere, I don't think they are, but and then the next thing she sent me was Lennon Toolbar Bubble Tea, and I've always wanted to try this one. I have I think I have purple rice, and I think I just got catfish general because it said cat in it, so I had to get it. I don't know, I get every ink that says cat in it for some reason. Probably, I have a cat, but I don't know if that means I have to get every cat ink, but I seem to want to. This is a very pretty ink. It's a lot lighter than what it's appearing on camera, but it's very pretty. Sometimes I like really light inks, even in my journal, because then if anybody even gets a hold of it, then they really gotta struggle to read it because it's lighter and it's not as bright. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know who would get a hold of it because I only live with my cat, and I think she's sleeping right now, so we might get a chance that she's quiet. Let's hope she doesn't wake up because she's loud if she does. Just a warning. And then the next ink, I'm trying to select the non-shimmer ones first. She sent was Sailor Mano Curry. This is one of the new Manyo inks, so I'm really excited. I have a lot of the Manyo inks. I don't know why. I don't know. I just seem to like the Manyo ones more. The lighter Manyo ones. I didn't get any of the the only dark one I have is Konagi. But I like the lighter ones. This one's really pretty. It's like pinky, brownish, purple. I don't know what color. And it's really a soft color, which I like that. I like soft colors and I like really bright colors, so it just depends on my mood on a certain day. And apparently yesterday I was in a very strange mood because I have like almost like there's so many inks that I haven't inked up for next month. My next month is going to be interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to get which ones have shimmer so that I don't mix them. And then the next ink that she sent was Robert Oster Chicago. And I've seen this one and I've heard of this one. And I've always wanted to try it. Like what we did this for the ink swap was we picked like 8 that, because she sent me her list, and because I buy ink all the time, I sent her like which ones we both have, and then we each picked 8 and then sent each other 4 mystery ones. So I don't even remember which ones I chose and which ones were mystery. I just remember that I really liked all of them, so. And I really like this Chicago. It's kind of a muted blue. Kind of reminds me of Diamine's Prussian blue, but theirs is darker. So I really like it. I bought their Prussian blue. Like 30 mils, but I don't know. I like buying the 30 mils of Diamine because I don't know if I could ever go through 80. Although I did just recently get several of the 160th anniversary because they were really affordable, but they were huge. They're 75 mils, so we'll see if I ever go through this one. And this one is Colorverse Alpha SGR. Not sure. I think it's one of the horoscopes, and I'm really bad at horoscopes, so I wouldn't know which one it was. So and I really like the I also really like the Yurameku ones that are like multi-shading, but they're still softer colors. And so I really like this color because it's like a pinkish brownish. Kind of reminds me of like a pinker version of Kitsune Biore, and these are all really dark in that screen, like way darker. What I used to write this ink is Pelican Edelstein Golden Lapis. So if you know what that looks like, you'll know how much darker it is, because it looks quite a bit darker. Like, I don't know how to describe it, how much darker it is, but it's a lot darker on here. And then the next one I'm so excited about because she had the bottle, and I messaged her because she said she had it, and then I was like, but if she only had the little bottle, I wasn't gonna ask her for it. She said she had the big bottle, so she has a huge bottle of Pilot Iroshizuku Inoho, and I've never tried it, and I've always wanted to, and so I'm super excited. So thank you so much for sending this one. And I've heard so much about this one, because, I mean, like, everyone talks about this one if they have it, I think. It's really pretty. I can see why everyone likes it, and I can see why they're sad that it's gone. But I think Pilot pretty much decides what inks they're going to carry based on what's popular in Japan at the time. So this one must not have been a popular ink in Japan, because I'm sure Japan is much more their marketplace since they're based in Japan. And then the next one, which is the last one without shimmer, is Platinum times Namble, I don't know. It says tea ink chai. So I think because it's Japanese, they made sure you knew that chai meant tea. No clue, but that's what I'm guessing. I'm not sure, because I don't know what Platinum thinks, because I'm not in Japan. And this is a much darker ink. It's really pretty. And kind of, in a way, it reminds me of Tasha Cha. But I know they're different. But they're kind of similar. It also kind of reminds me of... My friend here, okay. It also kind of reminds me of Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukushi. And I just recently found a bottle of that for not an absorbently huge price. So I was excited about that. And it was especially exciting because I found, for like the price I had seen small bottles going for, this person was selling a large bottle. So I was really excited to get that one. Because I was like hoarding a sample I had from a long time ago of that ink because I liked it so much, and it went away before I had a chance to get a bottle. This time though, I made sure, because I was so sad that they discontinued Tsukushi. So I have like 2 bottles of it. One nowhere near full, but a backup bottle too. Because I found it for like $13, $14 on Amazon. I was excited when I saw that. Because my local art shop said they couldn't get it in, and then all of a sudden recently they've had it. So I don't know what happened there. I think it was a miscommunication. But this is Dominant Industry Goryo Celadon. And I have a lot of Dominant Industry inks because they, I don't know if this is right. Let me see, hold on. I think I might have, no, it doesn't look like there's any. This has like some purplish, greenish tints to it, which is kind of cool. I didn't know this was going to do this. I don't remember it. But I know I wash I don't know, maybe I still have some. I'll have to rewash it. I'm gonna rewash this and read it. Hopefully I didn't ruin the whole sample. But I do like Dominant Industry quite a bit. And oh, I must have, because it's a lot more green now. And since my local art store sells them when they have sales on ink, like right now, they are like on sale for Christmas. And it's weird because they like seem to get Ferris Wheel Press only for Christmas. And I don't know why that is, but they seem to have a hard time getting it Ferris Wheel Press in year round. That's the color it's supposed to be. So I gotta make sure I wash out my pen really good now. Every time. And then I think the rest of the shimmers are much darker. Although none of these are all way darker than they actually are. I don't know if I move my light down, does it help? No, it doesn't make them look more. I don't know what to do. I don't have I only film with my phone, so I don't have any coloring correction, so they are like a couple shades darker than what they are in real life, so this next ink is Waringal Autumn After 1,000 Years. I've always wondered what this ink would be like in a pen. I've seen it for a long time and I never got it. Although I try not to buy too many inks, but then I end up buying too many inks anyway, so I don't know. Trying not to doesn't seem to work for me, but especially when I primarily use black and blue in some of my stuff. I don't know why I do that. Well, I did last year. Or this current year, but hopefully next year my goal is to use more colors in my journals and stuff and not just do black. But although I tend to use blue more because I like blue better than black, probably because we had to use, where I went to school, we had to use mostly black ink, so I don't really like using black ink. And this ink is an ink print ink that I've always wondered what I've always seen samples or seen people using it, and this was 1 year before I started getting the ink vent. So this is Diamine Dusted Truffle. And I know people have mixed thoughts on this year's one, but I love it. I absolutely love the ink vent this year. I like the muted colors, and I like that Diamine's sort of kind of getting into more they're starting to get into multicolor shading inks, so that's exciting, especially since they're one of the more stable ink brands. So unlike some of these brand new ink brands that are coming out. Seems like there's a new ink brand every time you turn around, which is kind of exciting too, because maybe that means that fountain pens are starting to make a resurgence, which would be really nice. But I don't know. Let's hope they start bringing like cursive writing back into schools and stuff, because I don't know how you sign your name without cursive, but this next ink is one that I've noticed that people have to, or I've heard people say you have to, which I should probably check. I think I have 2 of these inks that you have to like make sure that you add like some like plastic seal or something to them, because their bottles don't seal. It's Vinta Isabella, and their inks are so pretty, but I think people have said that their bottles don't seal, so I'm hoping mine are okay. Haven't checked them. I have like I think I have 2 Vinta inks, and one of them is a sheening one, so if it like if that one gets more concentrated than it already is, it'll really sheen. Whew. And that one sheens a lot already. And then the other one I got in a mystery box from Atlas, and it's, I think it was a Gian Armada. It's a gray, but it's very pretty. Vinta has a lot of very pretty inks, and so does Troublemaker. And I really like the Dominant Industry. I haven't had a problem with any of Dominant Industry shimmers. I have, the last one is Wearingle Shock. And these are a lot of inks. This will take me a long time to use up. But like, I don't know, I really got into the multicolor shading inks when the Sailor Manyo inks first came out, and then everything else, a lot of other companies have seemed to follow that, which is kind of cool. Because that means more people are able to use those kinds of inks, because the more companies that make them, the more readily available they are to people all over the world. At least that's what I like to think, or I hope. Because I know here in the US we can get a lot of inks that are made like anywhere, but I know like people who are not in the US cannot get inks like I know you can't get Birmingham Pen Company if you're outside the US, and I don't know which other ones, but I'm sure there's others. But then there's like some that are like certain store exclusives for Diamine. This is still darker, but I like how the curry is, it's brown here, brownish pink here, and then it's like a pinkish, and then there's a little bit of maybe purple coming through that there. And then this one is blue here, but then it looks like there's like maybe a little under bit of purple there too. And I like the Colorverse one. It's a light pink, and it's just a subtle light pink, and it's really pretty. And I love Inaho. Now I'm really sad you can't get it anywhere. And this platinum ink, I really like it. And it kind of reminds me of other inks that I have, but it's still different. It's more red and more burgundy than the other ones, and I really like the Diamond Industry. This is more the true color that it is, although it's still darker than what it is. Like, I think these here probably pretty much show the real color of the ink. And then this is Wearing Gold, The Night After 1,000 Years. And Dusted Truffle. And Isabella and Shock. And I thought this one would be more brown than it is, but it's very peachy. It's very pretty. And this one is, I thought Isabella would look like what Shock does from like videos I've seen. So it's really nice to get a sample. So I'd like to say thank you to Charmaine for doing this, and thank you for watching, and I will see you the next time I do a video, and I'll put them in frame. Bye.